Step two of coaching with Cal is to find time for students to actually work on Mathia. We recommend students work at least 1 hour per week. You may be able to encourage students to work more than that, but definitely a minimum of 1 hour per week. Now, in class, you should probably give students at least 20 to 30 minutes at a time when they're working, so they have enough time to access their device, log in, and find their work. So there are a couple of options to implement this. One is to use your designated math instruction time, and maybe if you teach in a school where math periods are longer, say 75 minutes, we would really encourage you to spend about 20 to 30 minutes per day having students use Mathia. So this could replace independent work time. You could set it up as a station, but this may be difficult, so there are some other options such as using intervention time. Now, this may be especially helpful for Tier 2 and Tier 3 students. They can benefit from the customized attention that the Mathia platform gives. And it may also be good for the Tier 1 students who can proceed at their own pace. Another option is to use other class time, perhaps in the morning or at a study hall or any independent time. Just to circle back to these are not as beneficial as using your designated math instruction time, because if your students are working on Mathia in your classroom, then you can better monitor their work and provide support and continue to demonstrate and observe how students are working through their mistakes. Do they use strategies like the hints in Mathia itself, asking other students, how do they overcome that obstacle? Are they able to work independently on the platform? And that's easiest to observe when they're there in your class. But given that time in a classroom is scarce, we might have to lean on these other options. Now, you'll notice the first three are all in school, and the last one is using time outside of school. So that is assigning Mathia as homework. This gives students some flexibility in that they can do the work when they feel right, when it works for them. Disadvantage for that is not all students, maybe not all students will have access to a device or proper internet connection. So, but this does free up time from your instruction. So these are all the options we can use for working on Mathia. You could use a combination, and we do recommend 20 to 30 minutes per day in class, but that may not be possible in your setting. So feel free to make use of these other options.